Man, I take your shit, bro. I take your shit, bro.
Take what? His pipe?
He pump faking.
He must be talking about a pipe or something.
Noon hour, I'm Matt Venezio. We start your newscast off with a story that we broke to you in the early morning hours on this Tuesday. A 21-year-old killed after a shooting took place at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Details, they've been slim all morning long, but we're slowly learning more information from local officials.
They fled the scene before officers arrived and are not yet in custody. Their name has also not yet been released. Officials confirmed that Amazon did evacuate the facility, and again, the shooting is still under investigation. We'll update you as we know more.
Yeah. Whoa. You know, in certain situations, even though somebody lost their life, it's going to be tough for some people to have some type of sympathy based on the information surrounding on what took place. Now, where I'm from, what we're about to discuss is a huge no-no, especially knowing you're not even tight. And I'm sorry, fam. When people say tight nowadays, especially where I'm from, meaning having protection, having your firearm on you. Today, we talk about a man who gunned down an ex-coworker on his job for trying to take his gun. Shot him in the head. Now, today, we're going to play a video, what I can play on YouTube. Boy. And I want you guys at the conclusion, let me know if this self-defense or is this young rapper going down the road for a very long time. Today we go over the details. Hear from his mom. We reached out. I'm hoping she reached back while I do this video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, in this video, we're going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Known for rappers like Kevin Gates, Boosie Badass, aka Lil Boosie, and even NBA Youngboy. Now some quick facts on Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and their artists. Using drumline beats reflect the deep connection to the region's rich culture traditions, rooted in marching bands, parades, and local festivities like Mardi Gras. The rhythm symbolized community pride, resilience, and a sense of identity, drawing inspiration from the legendary HBCU marching bands and local traditions that have been passed down through generations. Incorporating drumline sounds allow artists to pay homage to their hometown while creating powerful, energetic music that resonate with their community. And you can hear their artists' music like Fredo Bang.
Fuck his family, let him second line. I'ma put that iron on whoever ain't respecting mine.
Now he's a well-known rapper, but the victim and the suspect of today's story, what they were aspiring rappers who also use drum lines in their music. Meet the suspect. Carl Gene Nash, just 18, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known by his rap stage name Soul 1X.
How the fuck you say you stepping? You don't even got no kill.
Now last year, Carl came home from a petty charge, and he worked at a local Amazon Fulfillment Center in his hometown that was built in 2022 for $200 million. Completed in December of 2022, the Fulfillment Center created over 1,000 jobs and over 800 construction jobs in the capital city. And that was during the pandemic, where orders went through the roof for Amazon because everybody was home. Fast forward 3 years later, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as of April 28, 2025, there have been 28 confirmed fatal overdoses. Year-to-date murders from January to February of 2025 were 334, a 21.6 decrease compared to the same period in 2024 with 426. The NOPD made 76 arrests for illegal firearm possessions in 2025. A 56% decrease from 173 in 2024. Additionally, 341 firearms were seized in 2025, a 44% decrease from 615 seizures in 2024. Now I said all that because on April 29th, 2025, Carl decided to take his firearm to his workplace at Amazon. And regardless if his firearm was legal or not, the fact he had a record, he was prohibited from carrying a firearm. And on top of that, the fact he felt the need to carry a firearm in his workplace let us know he out here beefing outside of work. And strangely enough, one of his ops might be an ex-coworker who worked at the Amazon Fulfillment Center as well. He pulled up on this night, April 29th, 2025. His name was Dalen Anthony, just 21 years old. He also was an inspiring rapper named BG Native.
Only got 3 to understand. I get loaded, Easter piece, fuck up with this fuck again. All of the critics, they know I'm the.
Now it's unknown why Dalen came up to his job, unless it was the sole purpose to get into an altercation with Carl. Now Dalen ended up getting into a physical confrontation with Carl and realized that Carl had a firearm on him, even while at his workplace. But not knowing he recorded, Dalen decided to try to press Carl, shouting, "I'll take your firearm. I'll take your sh." Then he pushed him. Carl decided to brandish his firearm. Then Dalen wanted to run inside the Amazon building, and Carl had shot him in the head. Unfortunately, Dalen didn't survive. May he rest in peace. I love condolences to his family.
I take your shit, bro. I take your shit, bro. I take your shit, bro. I take your shit, bro.
He pump faking.
I take your bag. Police know what's up. Don't do all that.
He pump faked, alright.
Hey, take that boy.
To Amazon warehouse at Cortana last night, leaving a man dead and
Oh no, listen, I'm gonna give you just off my personal professional experience. It's crazy. I know a lot of people gonna have to see it both ways, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you my way, and then I'm gonna give it to you the law way. I would say I'm gonna give you the law way first. In the law's eyes, that's gonna look like murder. And I'm gonna say this: even though old boy came up there with the rah-rah and was the aggressor, the moment he turned his back and ran into that building, he became you know what I'm saying? He became defenseless. Like and he followed. He pretty much. I mean, if you before the camera cut off, you can see he kind of run after him. And I guess that's when the shot let off. Now, if I'm looking at that from the juror's point of view, that's going to look like a murder. I'm going to be honest with you. That's easy to me. I mean, that's not even, but at the same time, like you can, I'm going to use this phrase, assistant suicide. And that just means that he pretty much walked himself into that situation, man. It's goofy. RP to him. I can't believe it. But that's an assistant suicide to me. You know what I'm saying? You come up there, you really aggressive with it. You trying to take dude's pipe. And then that was my other question too. Why the dude up there with a gun? You clearly see the no gun sign right there in the back, you know what I'm saying, in the background of the shot. So it must have been some type of feud going on. He's an ex-Amazon coworker, which means he came up there. So it's a lot of questions between that. Old boy with firearm obviously knew something was, you know what I'm saying, going on for him to have to come to work with a firearm. You know what I'm saying? So this is ridiculous, man. Honestly, it's goofy. Y'all already know I'm gonna call it. It's goofy. It's this younger generation, man. I'll be honest with you. Amazon be busting. This is I think this is like my second, maybe my third reaction doing an Amazon shooting, actually. So Amazon be busting with these type of cases. I don't understand what's going on up there, man. They working them too hard or something or what, but this is ridiculous. This is goofy. You know what I'm saying? But that's my point of view. Just looking at that clip right there, if you're looking at it from the law point of view, they gonna say that's murder. You chase boy inside. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he could fight I was in fear for my life, because in the same sense, dude was the aggressor. You may have felt like you had to do that, right? Even though you don't know the steps of self-defense and when to, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, the moment he ran, that's when that whole self-defense claim went away. So I mean, I'm interested to see how that one, you know, how they call that one. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think.
An Amazon employee, former employee, on the run, accused in the killing. Police so far, for some reason, have refused to release the suspect's name, although they tell us they know who it is. Our Elizabeth Bourgeois is here with what she's learned.
Is he underage? That's probably.
Investigators have identified the victim as 21-year-old Dalen Anthony,
so he's
and
21.
He was a former employee of the Amazon facility. And like you said, police know who the shooter is, but have not released his name. Yeah. The shooting happened just inside one of the glass entrance doors to the Amazon fulfillment center at the site of the old Cortana Mall off Florida. We're told video shot by a bystander shows two men in a heated verbal argument outside before the two head inside and 4 gunshots ring out.
It's just unfortunate whenever we have a loss of life and there was an intent to commit murder or to kill someone based off of a non-random act but a targeted attempt.
Police say 21-year-old Dalen Anthony, a former employee here, died on the scene.
Apparently there was some kind of argument that took place prior to the shooting which led up to him being shot. But what the actual motive was, we have not developed that yet.
The big question tonight, what led to the beef between the two men that ended in deadly gunfire?
A lot of these incidents are not random acts of violence. Of course, things like this happen as a result of a dispute or an ongoing dispute that could have been happening for days, weeks, months. We don't know.
Amazon issued a statement saying, "We're saddened by this senseless act of violence and are focused on supporting our employees during this time. We're working with Baton Rouge Police in their active investigation." Anyone with any information should call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
Now, when Carl was identified as the shooter and got arrested, Dalen mom had went under that post and said the following: "I forgive you, son. Just know that you don't need pride to be a man. Seek God, and He will forgive you too. You are just a baby, my God." And speaking of Dalen, after doing my research, he allegedly was fired back in December of 2024. But it was also reports that he was there to get his job back, to talk to HR. You have to go to the job site. They don't have a number to call and talk. But Dalen mom had went to Instagram and said the following: "God, never in a million years I thought I would have to come to the scene and see my child lifeless body laying there. And nothing I can do to save you. God, please, please help me. Mama gonna always love you, son. Always. Please, y'all. Let me process this. Love you all. Forever, son. Forever. Hashtag forever 21. Now, as we wrap this video up, once again, Dalen, rest in peace. 11 condolences to your family. Anyone who was affected by this video, we send 11 prayers your way. It's a crazy scenario. You can only imagine what a man going through outside of work that he felt compelled to bring his firearm on the job site. And I gotta be real. I'm sure if that young man could have those 10 seconds back, he probably wouldn't try to go against a man that have a firearm and he don't, because he probably think he won't use it at the job site. I hope somebody get to learn from this. It ain't that serious. Now, fam, I gotta ask. Remember at the very beginning where I said, is this self-defense or you think he's sitting down? And you probably got to check out the entirety. Go to the Family TV Instagram page. It's right there. But the dude ran inside the Amazon building, meaning the victim at first and then the suspect followed behind, even though he was pushed and roughed up prior to shooting that man 4 times. Exactly. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And till then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Man. RP, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all already know how I go. We don't condone the violence. We don't condone the goofy. So we always send condolences over this way. RP, another a goofy situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? This was ridiculous. Like, I don't know what else to say. What made him? Like I said, it was something, brewing. Let's say the guy, old boy, 21, was up there to get a job. It didn't necessarily seem, if that's what they were trying to say at that time. Like he didn't have, he's an ex, but if you're trying to say he was up there to get a job at that particular time, that's what one clarification I needed. I'm like, yeah, that don't seem like that was the case. It seemed like he went up there on a whole nother mission, because that, you know what I'm saying, that just don't happen. And I'm gonna say that to say, because if you went up there to get a job, old boy with the pistol seemed like he didn't want really nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You seem like the aggressor. So if you was so much up there to get a job at that time, if I'm not mistaken, it don't seem like that would have turned into a confrontation where you seem to be the bully. You get what I'm saying? It would have been the other way around. Like old boy would have been pressuring him. It's, you know what I'm saying? Is my take on that. But self-defense or not, I can't wait to see what they say about this. Like I say, y'all let me know down in the comments. I'll let y'all know what I thought about it. Like I said, and he said it right there towards the end. You know what I'm saying? You was the aggressor turned victim. And again, they will consider that. I mean, they will consider. I mean, you know, just depending on who the jury is, how they, you know, the state. Because again, I mean, I don't know, man. I just got to see how that, like I say, I'll let y'all know my thoughts. They could say murder just because of the chase, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, originally at the start, he was, you know, in a protective mode for himself, obviously, right? But like I said, the moment he changed, the moment old boy ran into that door and realized maybe he got a glance at that pipe. Maybe he seen it. Maybe once he untucked it a little bit more, he really realized, like, because you see, I think the cameraman, whoever was recording, was like, oh, he pump faking, maybe as if he ain't have it, maybe if it wanted, whatever. So maybe old boy thought the same thing, and then once he seen it, that's what prompted him to run into that building, because he like, oh shit, like, oh boy, but he really got it, you know what I'm saying? So that's when it turned, that's when the tables turned. You know what I'm saying? You could say, old buddy, as soon as old buddy ran in, he could have just turned away and walked away and been like, yeah, that's what I thought type shit. But at that point, when most of these young niggas get that upper hand, they follow through. That's that adrenaline. I got you. They know people watching. They got to follow through with that act. And that's where you get caught up. You tricked one off the streets and one into the system. And that's just how I go, man. Y'all already know how I go, man. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Peace.
Yeah, bro.